Okay, we're the YouTube. This is your boy Sherry Speaks, and I'm getting back. We just got back from Arrow. One of Oliver's people got shot. About five people were wounded. A few of them were killed. A guy walked into the mayor's office and started spraying. Renee managed to get a few shots, and while he was shooting, we got a little bit of a piece of his history. Turns out he had a wife and a daughter. Looked to be 6 or 7 years old. Um, turns out his turns out his wife was looks like, I guess you could say, lack of better words, was a junkie, and she was really struggling with that addiction. As you can see, he said, "Listen, like Laura, I got you out of the glade. I got us out of the glade, so then you wouldn't have to go back to that." And they start arguing. The daughter heard. She's like, "We're gonna be late for the game," and this, that, and the third. So Renee gave her an ultimatum: either these drugs aren't in this damn house, or you aren't. And that's all we really got for it. But then when we got back, one of as I recorded and said, one of his top guys was shot. He was ready to go right back to work. His against his mother, against his wife's dismay. And Oliver gave him his word. He said, "Listen, you stay here and rest up while I get on a lead." And back at Overwatch, they were debating on who was the shooter, what kind of gun was it. Turned out to be an AR-15 airsoft gun. And there turns out the guy who did it was actually nobody. When Quentin met the new Black Canary, that was a pretty good one. You see Renee and Curtis getting into it, the right to bear arms debate, because Curtis said, "I'm so concerned." He said, "I'm not concerned about telling Renee. I'm not concerned about the right to bear arms. I'm concerned about me being a black man who's more likely to get killed by a gun." And Quentin was right. He said, "Yeah, because police officers like me would have shot you already. This, that, and there. But I'll get back with you guys." Shit's getting really heavy. I can see why they put a different rating on it this time. One love.